it is a little toasty in here, not gonna lie. So by the end of this video, I just realized that I am wearing the same shirt that I wore in my last video, in Friday's video. So that was not intentional, but here we are. This is the look that I have created for you guys today, and this was actually a request from my subscriber Tiana. She's made a few requests, and so I really appreciate that because it gives me ideas, and then it also lets me know what you guys want to see, and I love kind of catering to that stuff. So if you have requests, leave them down below. So this one was created specifically for her because she wanted to see a look using lilacs paired with greens and stuff like that, which I am super excited about because I feel like this is a really great spring look. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this intro. Let's just get right into the tutorial. If you are not a subscriber yet, make sure you hit that subscribe button before you leave and the notification bell so that you actually know whenever I upload, because what's the point in subscribing if you don't know when I'm gonna upload? If you like this video, just give it a thumbs up. Now let's just get straight into the tutorial. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to use my Marc Jacobs, and this is the highliner in the shade Mist Me. I'm just going to take that all over my whole lid. I really didn't have any shadows that were like the perfect lilac color, so this was the only thing that I had that was like a true lilac, and so I was like, well, we're gonna just put this all over our whole lid then. However, if you do have an eyeshadow that is a true lilac color, then I would highly recommend just laying down like a nice light primer base, like maybe a base that's lighter than your skin tone so that it really pops, and then blending the lilac on top of it. So I'm just working in small areas at a time and blending out the edges with a synthetic brush. This is the Sephora Pro Cream Shadow Brush, the number 28, because this highliner, it sets pretty fast, so I want to make sure that I work in small sections at a time to make sure that it blends really softly. I'm gonna bring that all the way out and even bring it into the shape that I want it, because it's going to act as my eye primer, so whenever I bring the glitter shadow on top of it, it has a base to stick to. And I want a little bit of like the elongated wing shape, obviously, because like, when do we not want that? Just kidding, there are plenty of times that I go without doing that, but most of the time this is my favorite shape to do. So once we have our basic shape laid out, and we have it all nice and blended, I'm going to take my Fenty Galaxy palette. I'm going to take this shade right here, which I think is called Space Out, and I'm just going to take that on my Morphe M513 brush, and I'm just taking it on the side of my brush, and I'm just going to start to pack that onto the outer portion of the eye. And I actually got this idea from Atlee. If you don't know who that is, you should totally look her up, which I think she actually got the idea for the look from another artist who I don't remember the name of. Basically, the idea is just using like a dark glitter on the outer portion of your eye rather than a matte. It creates that depth, but it reflects light, and it just creates a really cool effect. So I'm just taking that all over the outer portion here, ever so lightly bringing it into the inner portion, but just the ever so slightest, like just barely anything. And then as you get towards the inner corner, you can just tap a little bit just to lightly blend that across, but you really just want to keep it on the outer portion here. Just like that, super easy. I'm gonna go ahead and apply my mascara. This is the Bad Gal Bang from Benefit. And now I'm just going to apply my lashes, and I'm applying the Huda Lana lashes. Like usual, these are like the only lashes I've been wearing recently. So I've gone back to using the dark tone of the Duo Lash Glue. I love it because I can actually get it off of my lashes, unlike the House of Lashes lash glue. It's just like there forever, but I hate it because it takes so long to set. Like I feel like I have to wait here, like just waiting for it to be ready to apply. Alright, now I'm just gonna apply a little bit of my NYX HD Studio Photogenic Concealer, and mine is in the shade ZW00. Oh, Alabaster. Alabaster. And before I set it with powder, I'm actually going to go ahead and apply the shadow underneath my eye because that way it has a sticky base to stick to. And for my under eye, I'm going to be using the Anastasia Subculture palette, and I'm going to go into the shade Untamed right here. And I'm using another Sephora cream shadow brush, and I'm just taking that on the very tip of the brush, and I'm just going to run that right onto the lower lash line. And I'm literally just taking the tiniest amount of shadow at a time because this stuff is seriously pigmented. Blending it down a little bit. And now I'm just gonna set that before my eyeshadow starts to move into places that I don't want it to move. So I kind of blended it over the eyeshadow a little bit. And then I'm just gonna go back to that same brush and blend over that again since we applied a little bit of setting powder over it. And then I'm gonna take my Lancome. This is the Drama Liquid Pencil in the shade Macadam. I'm just gonna take that right onto my waterline. A little bit onto the inner portion of the eye here. And then I just took a little bit of, this is the Pop Portfolio palette, and I just took this like light mint green shade here on a little fluffy brush and just pop that right onto the inner portion to give it a little bit of iridescence. I don't know how this mirror gets so dirty so fast. I feel like I clean it off like literally several times a day. And then I'm just going to take my NYX Color Mascara in the shade Blue. First I'm just going to brush it onto the lashes just to get a nice even coat. And then I'm going to take the tip of that mascara and I'm just going to generously apply it because whenever I do colored mascara, most of the time I really like it to show, and so I like the kind of like messy, clumpy look. So it looks like I literally just like painted my lashes. You totally don't have to do that. You totally don't even have to do blue mascara at all. You don't have to do anything in life. If we want to get technical, I'm going to try to let that dry before I look up or look down or anything. Just going to apply a little bit of my Hoola bronzer while that is drying. So I just popped a little bit of the Dirty Little Secret Cosmetics. This is technically a highlighter, but I use it as a blush in the shade Prosecco, and now I'm just going to go into my Fenty palette, and this is what I've been using as my highlight recently. It's the shade Ozone right here. And then lastly, I'm going to go back into that Pop Portfolio palette, and I'm just going to take this nice lavender purple right here, and I'm just going to take that on my pinky finger and pop that right into the inner corners. So here is the finished look. I just realized I'm wearing the same shirt that I wore in my last tutorial. We are in the same shirt, looking like we haven't changed. Alright you guys, so that is it for this tutorial. I like the way that it came out. What do you guys think? It's a little bit different placement. I really like the effect that it gives. It kind of gives it that depth, but it's very soft. I feel like this is super springy, like super spring look. I love it. Let me know what you guys think, and also let me know what you would like to see next. Huge shout out to Tiana for always being a loyal subscriber and commenting on my videos and making requests and stuff like that. So yeah, I love it when you guys make requests. Of course, I'm not able to get to all of the requests, and not because it's like there's so many, but just because it's like there are requests for certain palettes and stuff like that, and I just kind of gotta spread out my finances because I can't just buy palettes all the time, which I love doing, but I need to share the wealth in other places. And then also I've had some requests like the superhero looks, which I've talked about before, that was requested by my subscriber Red, which I do plan to do more of that stuff around like Halloween time. However, that stuff kind of takes a little bit longer to do and film and stuff like that. And yeah, all of that said, some requests are easier to get to, so if your request I've not gotten to it yet, make sure that you leave it down below just so that I can make sure that I have it written down on my list of things to do. Or if you haven't requested a video before, leave it down below. I would love to get to it or add it to my list because I love taking requests. I think it's so much fun. And you guys give me ideas like this. So again, thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, just give it a thumbs up and I will see you all in Wednesday's wear test. Thanks for watching. Bye.